Animal Services officials in San Luis Obispo County say they have identified the owner of a dog found with duct tape on its face earlier this week in rural Paso Robles. KSBY News reporter Michael TORRES is live at Animal Services with what officials say happened. Michael?
Karina, Animal Services says it appears that the 7-month-old black lab's owner put duct tape around the dog's head and mouth as a disciplinary tactic after the dog killed some chickens. A Paso Robles woman found the 7-month-old black lab with duct tape on its face in her backyard late Monday night. She called the sheriff's office, and the San Luis Obispo County Animal Services now has the dog and is investigating.
We have seized the dog as part of an animal welfare investigation, and so whenever we do that, the disposition of the dog remains sort of open for at least a couple of weeks. There's an administrative process and some evaluations that we have to go through before we can determine whether or not the dog can be returned to the owner or whether or not we can seize it and keep it and then place it into a new home.
Dr. Eric Anderson says while it doesn't seem the owner meant to intentionally hurt the dog, Animal Services will still determine if criminal charges apply. There could have been significant consequences if the dog hadn't been found, according to Anderson. He says the duct tape around its mouth could have led the lab to overheat or be attacked by another animal. The dog is in good condition and will remain with Animal Services for the next couple of weeks. The next step in the investigation is to decide whether criminal charges apply, and if so, what those would be. Dr. Anderson says then Animal Services would have to look at if the dog is going to be returned home to its owner. If not, they'll begin the process of finding him a new home. Live in San Luis Obispo, Michael TORRES, KSBY News.
Michael, thank you for the update. If Animal Services determines the case to be criminal, it'll be forwarded to the district attorney, who will then decide whether to file charges.